Hello there, and welcome again to another episode of Web3 Revolution. My name is Rex, and before we begin, please remember that none of what we talk about is financial advice. So please stay safe out there, but also know that with great risk can come great opportunity. So today we are going to talk about LABUBU. Now, you've probably heard of LABUBU. It's a very simple doll that was made in China, right? By the famous Pop Mart, the #1 hottest toy in Asia, and it's getting huge in America as well. Ever since Rihanna, actually, right? Rihanna buys LABUBU. You're gonna see it's all over the place. Yeah, all these artists bought a global LABUBU craze. So this doll is incredibly popular, and everyone wants their hands on this doll. I mean, it's probably made for very cheap, but people really like it for whatever reason. So someone made a meme coin about it a while back, as you can see, all the way in October 2024. And as traction for the LABUBU dolls went viral and everyone was buying them, basically, this meme coin went to the moon. What's nice about these dinosaur coins that come back to life is that usually the lead developer or the early holders probably already cashed out. So the bad actors from this part are probably already out, essentially. And so we can have a more sustainable pump in the future. That being said, that's not always the case. As you can see, this went from essentially 2 million all the way to 70 million. And then, really bouncing between 70 and 20. Well, let's say 50 and 20 rather. And now we're at this very interesting point where it's almost back down to the 20 million range, right? The 26 million. Based on this one daily chart, obviously, I would definitely see this almost entering a reload zone. I would want it to go a little lower before I say it's a true reload zone where you can accumulate for the next leg up. But as you know, meme coins, the way they work, it's all traction and it's all marketing and it's all user based. So let's look at their socials and see what else we can find about it. So it's LABUBU fans, right? It's got 14,000 followers. That's decent, not amazing. We're going to look at their link tree. We're going to go on their website really quickly as well. The original fan token on Solana. They are listed in many places. That does help a lot, right? BitGet is huge, as we know. It's probably the biggest one here. MEXC is also quite large. It's just, easy project. Again, all of these meme coin websites, the website is kind of super simple, secondhand. What really matters is the shilling, the team, the guild, the community. And let's see how far they go. Looks like very simple. We're gonna go on Telegram as well. Let's see. So 3,000 subscribers on Telegram. That's not that much. We're just gonna still look, see the activity, right? Might as well. Okay. It's very simple overall. Nothing crazy going on. The Twitter we mentioned, and then the GitHub. It has not been very active. It seems. Or actually, there's been one contribution here. What is that about? Fan token docs update. Okay, documentation for fan token. Wow. Okay. Yeah. This GitHub is completely useless. I do not know why they even mentioned this. So we're not getting any information on GitHub. Let's see their TikTok. TikTok's not doing well. Let's be real. This really shows the power of LABUBU, of Twitter basically, and of Telegram in the crypto space. So the last thing we can say about this is, where does it go from here? What can we see this happening? Well, as long as basically LABUBU itself keeps on getting out good content, right? Clearly, this is good content. I know it sounds weird, but where Gen Z are putting their money, they're showing how basically people are investing, stuff like that. It seems like LABUBU is one of the best things to buy right now. It's just all over the place. People love it. So making a token makes total sense, and bringing this community, making people buy into this token makes total sense. It already hit 8 million. Now, how high can this go? And that's the real question. The reality is that LABUBU does hit a sweet spot for many Gen Z users that are, honestly, most of them kind of grew up with crypto, so they're more familiar with crypto, which is amazing. So where can it go from here? Again, full disclosure, based on the daily, I mean, you can look at the hourly or stuff like that. But, you know, we're definitely a channel that focuses more on longer term trades that might take 1 or 2 days to get out. I would probably still wait a day or two here and see if it goes back to this reload zone a little lower. And if it does, and if it looks like the Twitter is still active and the Telegram, there's still a lot of people posting in it, then I would be interested in taking a position at 20 million and maybe running it to 40 million, catch out half, and then see how high this goes. As long as LABUBU remains viral, this idea, this coin, can still do well. If LABUBU gets replaced by another doll, remember like pudgy penguins were hot for a while, and you know about Pengu, how Pengu did. We can just pull up Pengu real quick just to get a little idea. Now Pengu is a little different, obviously, because it had a collection, so on and so forth. It had an NFT collection before. And you know, I mean, that's the reality of Pengu. But yeah, I mean, still with Pengu, you're at 200, you hit 300, and again, you could get out slowly. And now it's at this kind of sweet spot again with Pengu as well. But our focus is not Pengu. We're going to talk about LABUBU, obviously. It's more important. So yeah, LABUBU right here. And so what can we see here? Again, different chart versus Pengu. And you know, it would be interesting if, you know, it was high like this and then dropped. I mean, because, you know, there's a clear like support resistance kind of idea. But yes, once it hits resistance around the lower 20 millions, I could definitely see this doing well in the future, and maybe get 2 or 3x within less than a month, essentially. And that could be an interesting value proposition, for sure. Anyways, this was Rex. I just presented to you LABUBU, and I hope to see you in the next video.